Well, Doug, from the start, both sides made it clear this trial isn't about Breonna Taylor's death or even questioning whether Hankison fired bullets. Attorneys say the focus is if he was warranted in shooting his gun where and when he did. Tonight, we heard from the first group who witnessed it all. The scene inside the Judicial Center.
Just debris started going past my head, my face.
6 witnesses describing that night of the March 2020 raid as chaos.
I remember seeing red dots like crossing me, where I was standing.
In day 1 of fired LMPD Detective Brett Hankison's trial, the prosecution wasted no time, bringing to the stand the man who lived in the apartment right next to Breonna Taylor's. Cody Etherton painted the picture when bullets came through the adjoining wall. From his view, whizzing past his head and putting his life and those of his pregnant girlfriend and her 5-year-old child in danger.
It was like 7 more feet to the right and that bullet would have entered his room.
Also testifying, Detective Mike Nobles, who carried the battering ram used to enter Taylor's apartment. LMPD saying soon after they were met with gunfire.
Do you know precisely where Brett Hankison was when it flew open?
No, I don't know precisely. They were behind me.
Next up, Sergeant Jason Vance with photos showing a glimpse of the apartment damage.
How many bullets total went through this sliding glass doors? 5. All of which later testing showed were fired from Detective Hankison's gun.
Correct.
We spoke to U of L law professor Sam Markison about what stood out from testimony. From his judgment, the prosecution started out the way they intended.
As certainly it appeared, Mr. Etherton told that story in a way that put those jurors, or certainly had the potential to put those jurors into that night.
Meanwhile, we asked U of L's Professor Dewey Clayton what to make of a jury pool of 10 men and just 5 women, and white jurors far outnumbering people of color.
Studies have shown that women and minorities tend to be more sympathetic to defendants. But the script is being flipped this time.
He believes based on high-profile cases in the last year, he's seen gender start to play less of a factor in major verdicts. Clayton has faith that in Hankison's case, that will also hold true for this jury. And of course, Hankison himself and other officers there that night will take the stand in the days to come. We also know jurors are expected to be taken to the scene, that apartment complex, this Friday. Live in the newsroom, Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS 1119 on your side.